What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. Yes, I'm a little late, but it's okay. Let's get started. Starbucks. Seriously, you're in the news again? Are you really in the news again? Yeah, this happened to a woman. A Muslim woman is now filing discrimination charges after she says a Target Starbucks barista discriminated against her by putting the name ISIS on her cup and not her name. Yeah, Starbucks. That's happened in Minnesota. All right, I really want to spend this news to talk about PPP, the Payment Protection Program. Yesterday, I reported about Senator Mitch McConnell's wife who received funds. I failed to tell you that she's a transportation secretary. Yeah, her name is Elaine Chao. She received $350,000 and $1 million. Joseph Kushner, that name should sound familiar to you. Hebrew Academy in New Jersey. You guessed it. The occupant of the Oval, son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner's grandfather received a loan in the range of $1 million to $2 million. Yeah, I'm not done. Kanye West, the Yeezy Company, received at least $2 million in the coronavirus aid. I'm not done. A Dallas mega pastor, Robert Jeffress, he also sits on the Evangelical Advisory Board of the occupant of the Oval. He hosted Vice President Pence not long ago, was approved for a forgivable loan for $2 million. That's a lot of money, y'all. Betsy DeVos, her company, $6 million. $6 million. There's the full list available on Small Business Administration website. Check it out. Now, 85% of the people have received less than $150,000. Y'all, that's the reason why we vote. That is why we vote. All right, get ready to vote. July the 11th, Louisiana. July 12th, Puerto Rico. July 14th, Alabama. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. The list goes on. Listen, October the 5th is an important date to vote, to register to vote. November 3rd is the day of the election. When we come to the coronavirus numbers, y'all, more than 3 million people have now been infected. We now lead the world, okay? 56,311 single cases in a day. Thank you to all the frontline workers. And then with all of that's happening, the United States officially withdraws from who? Officially withdraws from who? And that's my light flashing, batteries going down. All right, we need some good news. So shout out to a British teenager with Down syndrome who made history by being a featured model with Vogue. And for the win, y'all, it's everybody. October the 5th is an important day. October the 5th is an important day. I'm going to keep telling you all that. We have to vote. We have to vote. I just gave you a list of people who are millionaires and billionaires who benefited from PPP. So this is going to be short because I want you to do homework today. I want you to look up what small business means. And I want you to look up how your representatives voted for this coronavirus aid package and what's all involved in that. And I'm going to leave you with this. We have to speak life to ourselves and not death. And in speaking life, we must make the decision that we're going to raise our voices and take a stand. The time is now, people. The time is now. I can go on and on and on and give you continuous list of people who are getting money. But the question is, are you willing to register to vote and do something about it? We have to. So to speak life and not death, we're not just talking about other people. We're talking about ourselves. What life are we speaking to ourselves in this day? What are we speaking? I can give you list after list after list after list after list. With these coronavirus numbers, why would the United States withdraw from who? And that stands for the World Health Organization. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The dates of elections, what's going on? And you got to check your state to see if the numbers have changed. But we have an important role as citizens of the United States of America to do something. And for me to be fair and balanced, we have tens of thousands of religious organizations who did receive PPP money, but it was 85% of those received less than $150,000, less. The Dallas mega pastor who received $2 million to $5 million, y'all, we need to ask the questions. What are our representatives doing for their constituents? How are they voting? Time out just voting. Do your research on the people who are coming alongside of you that's going to sit in office. Are they going to protect their constituents? And if you don't understand that word, look it up. I'm here to give some information. But come on, I gave you Elaine Chao, $350 to $1 million. Seriously? She has a small business. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, her company received $6 million. She's the Secretary for Education. Why is that happening? These are questions we need to ask ourselves. Kanye West, now come on, he says he's going to run for president on Saturday, and he just received at least $2 million from this. People, we have to stay focused. And then again, the Dallas mega church pastor who sits on the Evangelical Advisory Board. Yeah, he received $2 million or $5 million. I'm trying to still understand why we have a number to a number. And then again, when I looked up the religious organizations, there are $7.3 billion in SBA coronavirus aid, but most of them, y'all, received less than $150,000. That's the disparity. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Kim Hill, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And think about how many, and let's go there for a moment. Think about how many businesses, independent workers, freelance workers, true small business companies who applied for this, LLCs, entrepreneurs who applied, sole proprietors who applied for this and they were denied. They were denied, and most of them could only even apply for $10,000. Y'all, that's the disparity. That is why we need to vote. That is why we need to vote. That's why we need to do the research on the candidates. Yeah, we're all shooting for the November 3rd election, which is a very important election. But what happens after November the 3rd? We have to do our research even on the local level because all the dots connect. All the dots connect, people. They connect. You cannot break it out. We got to go beyond the sound bites. We have to go beyond the sound bites. You know, we get the short 30-second, 60-second commercial, but what's beyond that commercial? How many of us are going to town halls? I guess we can't go right now, but tuning into town halls on webinars to see what they're talking about, submitting questions, asking questions, seeing what's going on. How many of us are doing that? That's what's important, people. That's what's important. Also, on July the 14th, I almost neglected to share this, elections in Maine, you have a July 14th election, and then there's a congressional district election on July 14th. It's a runoff election for Texas, and I believe your early voting has already started for that. Let me give you these websites again. I know, y'all sick of me. I know. It's okay, though. I am so serious about encouraging people to go out and vote that you can be sick of me because I am bringing you truth. Seriously. Yesterday, I spent about 6 hours combing all the news sources to give you this. And again, go to small business, and I'm going to give it to you correctly. Go to the Small Business Administration website and pull up the list. When you see the disparities in these numbers of people who are surrounded by the occupant of the Oval getting millions of dollars when everyone else was getting less than $150,000, with even in that 85% of less than $150,000, there were 70% less than $20,000. That's a disparity, people. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm trying my best to get you to go out and vote. We have to vote. We have to vote. We have to vote. Angie Shannon is saying, so in Texas, yours is October the 8th. See, these numbers are already changing. So you need to check your local state. You can go to Secretary of State website and see what the last day to register to vote in your state. Y'all, trickery. Again, as I said yesterday, I missed Tom Joyner. They was giving us the tricks on a daily basis. We have to look and see the last day to register to vote. But this is what I know. Even if we're saying October the 5th or October the 8th or October whatever date, don't wait. You can do it today. It takes you 10 minutes to register today. 10 minutes. You can go to iwillvote.com. You can go to vote.gov, or you can go to rockthevote.org. There were two people checked their registration. This is on my wall. One's name is Melissa Smitherman and the other is Kelly Baptist. Two people checked their registration. Kelly Baptist is a beautiful African-American woman. They had on her status that she was a white woman. She changed that. Can you imagine her going into the polling place if she didn't vote earlier by absentee ballot? Someone not wanting to feel like serving that day, looked at her and says, well, your registration says white. This isn't you. You cannot vote. Fix that stuff. You may think it's minor. Fix it. Melissa Smitherman, she's been voting since age 18. She tried looking for her voting information. She tried 3 times. It never came up. She contacted them immediately. You have to check it out, people, even if you have to check it on a weekly basis. The closer we get to the election, the more games that are going to be played. Please, people, take this seriously. And then the last thing, okay, I told you about the coronavirus numbers, right? I want to just thank all the frontline people. Thank you. Oh, by the way, protective equipment is running low again. PPE is running low again. Now, and again, with these numbers, the United States is pulling out of the World Health Association. I don't get that. That's a reason to vote. Now, after all of this, again, I need to give my shout out to this young lady. And hopefully you can see her face on here. I want to give a shout out to her. She is the first Down syndrome model who starred in a Gucci beauty campaign. Her name is Ellie Goldstein. She's 18 years old, and she's featured in the Italian Vogue magazine. So I got to give a shout out. We got to end on some good news. And then for the win, everybody who wears a mask, you win. You win. Inspirational message, as I started out a few moments ago. Speak life to yourself, not death. Speak life. Speak life into what it is that you're doing. Speak life where you can take a stand and you can raise your voice and you can be bold about it. Speak life into your business. Speak life into your career. Speak life into your education. Speak life and not death. And while I'm on the subject, stop canceling out your prayers. Sometimes we pray and we ask God to bless us, then we turn around and we cancel them out by speaking negative to ourselves. We cannot speak negative to ourselves or to our conditions or to our situations. Speak life. Speak life. Yes, y'all know I'm a believer of Jesus Christ. I'm reminded in John 14:12, where the Lord says we are going to do greater things than these, which means we have that power to speak life. We have the authority to do what God has called us to do and to take a stand. I know I said I was going to be short and just give y'all that PPP and wanted you to do the homework for you to find out for yourself, but it's deeper than that, people. You have to wrestle with this and ask yourself the question, why is it that people receive millions of dollars who are close to the occupant of the Oval, and 85% of the people received $150,000 or less, and many people got denied? That's the homework I want you to do. I really want you to look that up. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. And again, I ask you, go and text someone, share with someone these numbers. Speak. If we will all be boots on the ground and I give this information or other people give this information, or many people doing what I do and that I am doing, and we all get on the ground and tell other people about these numbers, I think we will see an uprising of people willing and being registered to vote. They'll run, they'll go vote. You can take out your iPad, your smartphone, or you can get them to take out their smartphone. You can have them go right there to iwillvote.com. And the light's going out again. Forgive me, y'all. iwillvote.com. And they can register to vote right there in front of you. It takes 10 minutes or less. All right, y'all. That's all I have. I stayed way longer than I meant to. My apologies. Until tomorrow. Oh, by the way, y'all know October the 5th, we got that date. But let me give y'all this other date. Let me see if I can get it. On July the 19th, that's when I actually turned 55. So on Monday, July the 20th, we're going to turn up and just have a party, okay? Right here. So get ready to turn up on July the 20th to celebrate my birthday, which takes place on July 19th. I'll be turning 55. All right, y'all. Until tomorrow, I'm Gail. Peace out.